Women in the 1930s were supposed to be good at cooking, cleaning, taking care of children, and most of all have great beauty.
But what was the media's take on this?
Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wing. Ain't she cute? Sweet Betty. Not bad. What can you do?
Well, I'm not so good in the crowd, but when you get me alone, you'd be surprised. I don't know how to type right, but oh, if you take me home, you'd be surprised. I'm sorry that I'm not a good worker, but don't judge a book by its cover.
Phooey.
Her beauty was more important to her employer than her intelligence.
But it wasn't just her employer who thought this.
But didn't cooking and cleaning require intelligence?
According to a theory invented in 1983 by Howard Gardner, there are 9 different types of intelligence.
Men and women had different stereotypical intelligence. By looking at advertisements from the 1930s, we can see which types they had.
But some women did not like the gender roles that were forced upon them. One example of this is Aunt Alexandra in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. Mrs. Merriweather nodded wisely. She said, "I tell you, there are some good but misguided people in this town. Good but misguided. Folks in this town who think they're doing right. I mean, now far be it from me to say who, but some of them in this town thought they were doing the right thing a while back, but all they did was stir him up. That's all they did."
His food doesn't stick going down, does it?
Miss Maudie said it.
Aunt Alexandra stepped back. She gave Miss Maudie a look of pure gratitude, and I wondered at the world of women.
Miss Maudie and Aunt Alexandra had never been especially close, and here was Auntie silently thanking her for something.
For what, I knew not.
I was content to learn that Aunt Alexandra would be pure sufficiently to feel gratitude for help given.
There was no doubt about it. I must soon enter this world, where on its surface fragrant ladies rocked slowly, fanned gently, and drank cool water. But Aunt Alexandra cared too much about her family's and her own reputation to break the gender norms and stereotypes of women in the 1930s. Aunt Alexandra, in underlining the moral of young Sam Merriweather's suicide, said it was caused by a morbid streak in the family.
Let a 16-year-old girl giggle in the choir, and Auntie would say, "It just goes to show you all the Penfield women are flighty." Everybody in Maycomb, it seemed, had a streak. A drinking streak, a gambling streak, a mean streak, a funny streak.
You would think that women today wouldn't be restricted by gender roles and stereotypes, but let's take a look at modern-day media and see if this is true.
Legally Blonde
Is about a girl named Elle Woods, who's the stereotypical dumb blonde sorority girl. When her boyfriend dumps her for someone more serious, she follows him to Harvard Law to prove to him and everyone else that she is smarter than everyone thinks.
Remember, I want to look special. Bridal. But not like I expect anything.
There's nothing I love more than a dumb blonde with daddy's plastic.
I know, he gets excited when
Did you see this one? We just got it in yesterday.
Oh, is this low viscosity rayon?
Yes, of course.
With a half loop top stitching on the hem?
Absolutely. It's one of a kind.
It's impossible to use a half loop top stitching on low viscosity rayon. It would snag the fabric. And you didn't just get it in. I saw it in the June Vogue a year ago. So if you're trying to sell it to me for full price, you picked the wrong girl.
This shows how even now women are discriminated against because of their looks, much like Aunt Alexandra and the women of the 1930s.
But now women are not discriminated against because of their gender. They are discriminated against if they bear certain characteristics, such as blonde.
I just can't marry you. You have no idea the pressure that I am under. My family has 5 generations of senators. My brother's in the top 3 at Yale Law. And he just got engaged to a Vanderbilt, for Christ's sake.
I'd rather go to jail than lose my reputation.
Much like Aunt Alexandra, Warner is worried about maintaining his family's reputation, even though he is not breaking gender roles. And Brooks' sentence shows how reputation is still extremely important in modern day.
These clips, pictures, and quotes show how women are intelligent, yet they are still discriminated against because of gender roles that were put in place 80 years ago.